Hey everybody, Cotton here. Our original plan for this week's episode fell through. It's a real shame, but it couldn't be helped. So instead, what we have for you is an episode I recorded in Auburn, Alabama at the Mises Institute. Two things before we get into the episode. One, this episode is pretty raw, so there are several sections I had to just cut out completely. If you would like to listen to those sections, then please consider donating to the Patreon. The episode will be there in full. Also, David from the Law of Liberty podcast is on here, but at the time he did not have a Twitter, so he doesn't plug it at the end. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug his Twitter. It's at Hoffunk. That's HOFFFUNK. Also, at the time of recording, David and Stratton had not started the Law of Liberty podcast yet. You might remember we had them on fairly recently. You can go to their Twitter at Law of Liberty Pod, all one word. And all these links will be in the description, which you can find at dissectingliberty.com/48. And enjoy the show. Everybody, welcome to the Dissecting Liberty podcast. I'm here with David.
How's it going, guys?
And,
First time.
And Porter and Stratty from Insurrection Inc.
What's up, guys?
Fuck off.
Fuck off. So what's up, guys? How y'all been?
Oh, you know.
Pretty good. Been a good week.
Mises U stuff. It's been pretty great. Met a lot of great people like the fella you have on today, David. He's awesome.
That's right.
Yeah, excited to meet all of you. And this is my second time at Mises, but my first summer. I was here earlier.
First time meeting professional podcasters.
Exactly. I was here in Auburn for the
That was a
graduate
joke.
summer.
I don't take this that seriously.
So anyway, yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I don't have a plan.
We were just gonna kind of talk about
So
Mises U.
I'll go ahead and take over Dissecting Liberty. You know,
Thank you.
Great. So, Cotton, what's been your favorite part of the week?
Stratty's gonna host Dissecting Liberty better than Cotton.
So, Cotton, how was your week? It was cool. I mean, so far, to be honest, it was cool meeting Pete.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. It'll be even cooler later on.
Yeah.
That's non-podcast talk. You poor
Plebs.
people wouldn't know about that. Yeah.
Losers.
Yeah, I'm excited to see his film.
Yeah.
I heard it's really good. So
Yeah, I
you
haven't
watched it yet?
No, I haven't
No.
seen it yet
I think
either.
they were showing it tonight.
Oh, really?
No,
That's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
But Pat came and said...
That movie sucks.
Oh, it was
Whatever
for-
I
they're
think they
showing.
were watching The Story of Liberty tonight.
Yeah, the Monopoly on Violence is tomorrow. That's what Pete said.
okay.
Because I'll definitely be there for that. Yeah.
Check out... Okay, y'all fill some time.
What's yeah? Cotton's got to check Twitter with about a minute and a half into recording, something like that.
No, I'm not checking Twitter, you idiot.
Addict.
Uh,
Anyway.
No, I'm saying check out episode 31 of Dissecting Liberty, because that's where we interview Pete.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was way too quick to criticize you, but no, that's what I do. That's why I'm here.
Yep.
But yeah, meeting Pete's been cool. What's been y'all's favorite lecture so far?
Oh,
Well, Stratty, you've been in the Judge Knapp classes. David, you have too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's been the most exciting thing for me because I'm a law student. So being able to study with the judge in person and everything he's taught has been really fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite lecture that we've all seen, I really loved the deflation one that Salerno did.
Yeah.
Like, that was interesting.
Yeah.
The one on I think it was Newman. He did Jonathan Newman. I think he did the one on banking. That one was cool. That one was really cool.
I like the economy of voting.
Oh,
Yeah, he's funny.
It
That
was,
was funny.
The economics of winning an election was hilarious.
What's hilarious is Porter earlier that week was like, I'm not excited for this one.
No, I
Like,
thought it was going to be
he's
like
I
how to
hate-
win an election.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
I
I
hate
thought the
politics.
same-
And
You
then
know, when we were at the table, he was there. I forget his name.
Mark Brandley.
Mark
Yeah.
Brandley, yeah.
And I was talking to Marcel about the Cotton Report, and then he goes like, he's like doing this to me. And then he like turns his phone. He's like, "This you?" And it's Cotton Report on his phone. And then for like 5 minutes, he's just
Yeah.
What a cool dude.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Brand-
What a guy.
Brandley went to the website as well. I saw him looking at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Yeah. Marcel, I told him, because he was talking about this cool thing. And I said, if you want to write it up, I'll publish it.
Yeah, no, the little thing he has. I'm not going to say what exactly it's about because it's a pretty specific subject, but
I'll butcher it if I try to repeat it.
He wanted to do like a class, and I kind of was there when Lou Rockwell told him no. But either way, it's going to be a cool thing what he has planned. So if he's going to put that on your website, dude, that's going to be cool.
I gave him the email
That's
for
funny
Cotton
that Lou
Report.
Rockwell shot him down.
It's funny.
But wait. I gave him the email for Cotton Report, and he went like...
Yeah, the look he had on his face
He
was...
looked like...
All right, I thought this guy was serious.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, I gotta say, it's pretty cool how many people we've met that are going to be potential writers for the Cotton Report. We got David here.
Yeah.
That Fentwa guy. He's from Ethiopia. Really cool guy. He's a minarchist, but
African libertarians are the best.
yeah, they're so interesting because even the minarchist ones, like they see, like whenever you're talking with them, they're not arguing you. They're just telling you why they believe in minarchism, but then they're like, so why do you believe in anarchism?
Yeah.
And then you tell them, and they're like, I can see that. They're like, I get it. And then they just
Yeah.
ask you, like, so what do you do about this situation, that situation? And it's always a nice conversation, whereas when you're talking to Americans, holy shit.
I think I might have converted what the guy who's been wearing the mask all week. What's his name? Mitch Mitchell. Yeah, I think I might have converted him to Market Anarchy today because we were talking about law and order and like anarchism, and he was saying that he was kind of a minarchist, and I just basically laid out for him the argument for anarchist law, and he was just like, that makes so much sense. So I think I might have brought another one into the cool guys club.
That's what we're here for.
I gotta say, it's really cool how the donors put money towards getting us free books.
Oh,
Like, dude,
yeah.
Yeah, it just came downstairs
a
today,
frenzy.
and there was a huge pile of like 25 different books to choose from.
I was a model again.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
really?
me and you both were. We took a photo for her against their website.
But before you got there, she was like, stand over here, like show us your books and take a picture, you know.
She's cool
Because
that
I'm
lady.
handsome.
I don't know her name,
Yeah.
but she's nice.
Cotton's a good-looking fella.
I gotta
so
say,
handsome.
man, I'm like I already thought everyone was gonna be nice because of Southern hospitality, but holy shit, is everyone at Mises U so damn nice?
I mean, the faculty, the staff, the students, everybody just treats you real well. I mean, it's really amazing.
I bet
place.
it's weird for the faculty too, because when they go back to school, they're just like any other professor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And they get here, and everyone treats them like celebrities.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, you're my
Yeah.
hero.
I think
Me and Stratty were laughing about this earlier in the week because it was who was
Herbner, he just walked
Herbner.
between us. He was like, "Excuse me, fellas," and
and we're like, holy shit.
like no one, we kept looking, and then me and you were waiting in line to buy books, and Di Lorenzo just walks by, looks at us, and kind of nods his head, like, "Hello, fellas." And as soon as he did that, I just look at Cotton and go, "Oh, like my mind is blown."
Well, to be fair, it might be a little bit different for Herbner and Rittenauer because they both teach at Grove City College, whose econ department is explicitly Austrian.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herbener's
I did not
the
know that.
dean.
Uh-huh.
So
wow.
he kind of he definitely very Austrian.
They have an Instagram account that followed my meme account recently.
Really?
And they post memes and shit on there too. Yeah, and they always repost
Yeah.
stuff from Mises. Like,
Did Porter just cuss? What?
what do you mean? I've done that plenty of times before.
Has he not
The
cussed
Christian
on,
conservative?
has he not cussed on Insurrection?
No,
Inc?
I'm sure he
course-
has.
no,
yeah,
I've
he
done
has.
it plenty of times.
It's just so funny when he does. He's
We'll lie about it and we'll say that's a Dissecting Liberty exclusive.
he
It
said
is
shit
not.
on there. leave it for the Patrons. Here's your.
It was like episode 4 of Insurrection Inc. If I didn't do it before that, I called Josh Hawley a piece of shit senator from Missouri. So I know it was early on, like when I started. Like,
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bleep shit and I'm just include like that half a second on the Patreon of you just shit.
forgot y'all have the Patreon. Chills.
Yeah, shout out
We
to
don't sell out.
shout out to Coonhound Redhead. Fuck.
My God, people
Gonzo.
actually give you money?
Gonzo, Anarcho Mustachist. And we have a new guy. I'm sorry I don't remember your name. It's been kind of
Fake
tough.
host.
Huh?
Said fake host.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose
Don't
of
even know your
giving
school.
money to you if you forget who they are?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Cotton's terrible with names.
No,
We-
yeah, I am. But
Well, he's terrible
This
at
morning,
general.
finish. I got one more.
This morning-
Rooster, and then
Okay.
there's one that subscribed while I've been here, and I
Okay, while you're finding that, or if you remember it later, I'm going to tell the story of this morning. Stratty, Cotton, and I are getting on the elevator in the parking garage to go up to the level where Cotton's car is. We can drive to the Mises Institute, and and Stratty's like, "Hey, you want to record with David tonight?" And Cotton's like, "Who's David?" We're like, the David we've been hanging out with all week. He's like, "What do you mean? What David?" We're like, "Dude, that David." He's like, "Oh shit, that David."
Well, I'm really bad with names. The new patron is Matthew. So
Okay.
shout out to Matthew.
Thank
So,
you, patrons.
What's
Support
been
the cause.
so what? One thing that was really cool to me that Mises U does is they set out specific tables for all the professors so the kids can go
Yeah.
sit there and talk to the professors.
Yeah, they got signs
So-
like Thomas DiLorenzo's table,
Yeah.
Per
Yeah.
Violence table, Peter Klein table, stuff like that.
That's
All
very
right.
nice.
So what's been like y'all's favorite lunch? Like who you all sat with, the discussion you've had.
I've only sat with Per so far.
I sat with Patrick Newman,
Uh-huh.
and I had met him. Well, the first time I met him was in Birmingham because I was at a Mises meetup the day before Rothbard grad seminar, and he was a faculty member there. But he's been here all week, and he's one of the newer faculty members, so he's a little bit younger. So he's like really easy to kind of relate to, and so we were talking to him about like Borat and South Park and other kind of stuff, and he was yucking it up with us. So that was probably my favorite lunch. Yeah, he's a really nice guy, Patrick Newman.
My issue is usually during lunch I'm doing Cotton Report shit. So like, I've sat with Salerno.
Oh, and you understood everything he was saying, right?
Yeah. Well, and then the other thing is like, not only was it confusing, but also I jumped in like at the last third of the conversation. So I'm just like, oh yeah.
I'm guessing everything they were talking about was money related, right? Yeah.
We had a big argument with Marcel, one of the fellows over the summer here, yesterday at lunch, and Per Byland and I were just playing devil's advocate against his arguments the whole time. We weren't really taking a side. It was just fun to be like tag teaming him.
What was he trying to argue?
It was about the definition of art.
Of
Basically,
art?
of art. That they're like, there's a set objective definition, basically. So, postmodern art is what he's
Right.
calling it. Isn't actually art. Like, someone can't tape a toilet seat or a banana to a wall and call it art.
It's a very.
And I get where he's coming from, but I didn't like his argument to
That's
get
It's a
there.
very
So-
Randian argument.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's a Ben Shapiro argument.
Yeah.
It
Like,
is.
have y'all heard Ben Shapiro argue that literally rap isn't music?
He
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh
you
my
mean-
god.
Crap music.
He's like, technically, it's not music.
Can you
So,
do a Ben
all-
Shapiro impression for the rest of the episode?
Well, wait.
What a-
wait,
Theoretically,
wait,
if I
wait.
did a Ben Shapiro impression.
One of the funniest parts of the week was
I'll introduce
we,
in a second.
we were in the shuttle going between the Auburn Hotel and the Mises Institute, and Ben Shapiro was on the radio. The shuttle driver was listening to Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
And all the people in the bus were just like ragging on Shapiro and making fun of
Oh
him.
wait, hey guys. So
Oh, wait a minute. We got
Somebody at the
somebody
door?
showing up. Yeah, dude.
Oh, guys, look who it is.
Dude, Judge Knapp just showed up.
No, that's not Judge Knapp.
How
That's
y'all
his,
doing?
that's his younger brother.
Y'all talking about the Constitution in here?
We can be.
So, what's your name?
David,
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet
Hey,
you.
what's your name?
Cotton.
A real ugly fucking name for a real ugly fucking face, but hey, nice to meet you.
Thank you, thank you.
What's your name?
Porter.
Yeah, you look like a All right, nice to meet you. Well, I gotta get going, fellas. I think there's another fella there out there though who wants to talk to you. Let me go grab him real quick.
Thanks for dropping by, Judge.
Oh, of course. You have a great one.
Always a pleasure, Judge.
Ben, come on in. How you doing?
Ben.
Excuse me, I heard this is where Insurrection Inc. is being recorded. Is that correct?
No, this is Dissecting Liberty.
Oh, I forgot, yeah.
Theoretically speaking, if this was Insurrection Inc., and I came on and you were Jay, and you were Menace, and you were... Wait a minute. Is this really Porter from Insurrection Inc.?
No.
It is. In the flesh.
Do you know how much I fucking hate you? I think your misrepresentation of Christ is the worst thing I've ever seen, and I can't take a little... A Christian conservative communist. Theoretically speaking, how is that possible? Can you explain that to me? Huh?
I don't have to explain anything to a...
And now, here's the anti-Semitism that we all see. So, this is what Israel.
Yeah.
We need to give more money to Israel because we got people like this here in America, and they're talking them down. And I don't know what your show's stance is on Israel, but If it's negative, it better change. Oh, buddy, it better change. I will cancel culture you so well.
Cotton loves Israel. Cotton wants to send all the money to Israel.
Nah, Israel's
Cotton-
right.
Okay.
Cotton's against taxes except for if they go to Israel. 100% tax rate to Israel.
So theoretically speaking, if we all went to Israel and we got those big Jewish titties, you know, the big Khazar milkers, theoretically speaking, if we were to suck on their teats, do you think that theoretically we could become the next great Aryan race? The protein given to us that will help us grow. I mean, really, theoretically speaking, what do you guys think?
This was
Well,
a mistake.
Hold on. You said Khazar milkers.
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
an example of those.
Well, okay. How did you get nudes of my sister? My sister Abigail is a damn angel.
On the black market. She's not as much of an angel as you think. Your
Black
sister's
market?
secretly an agorist.
That's it. I'm calling Donald Trump, and we're going to do something about this.
Do you think Ben Shapiro has Donald Trump on speed dial?
Maybe.
You bet your damn ass I do. Ow, man.
He's
He
been
rejected my
surprisingly
calls.
neocon, hasn't he? You've been appreciative of him,
Yeah,
right?
for real.
you were against him when he campaigned, but he's been a perfect neocon in your eyes, right?
Putting the embassy in Jerusalem.
Well, my tune really changed when he decided to start killing Muslims. Nothing makes my heart happier than, let's say, seeing Muslims die. So theoretically speaking, if the world wiped out all Muslims, then theoretically speaking, my happiness level will be at the highest it could be. So, if you want to make a little boy like me happy, kill all the Muslims. And Donald Trump's been doing a great job of doing that. So yeah, I changed my tune on it.
It's good to know. I think that sounds like some objective, fact-based opinion. Logic and facts.
I'm not gonna
Left
lie.
wing destroyed.
No feelings coming through here.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't thought about Ben Shapiro in like 2 years, and I've been incredibly happy about it.
I know.
Hey, buddy, I have a lot to say to you, and let me just start by... Hold on one sec. Someone's knocking at your door. Yes. Oh, my God!
What is going on out there?
What is happening?
Fuck did y'all let Ben Shapiro in here out of all people? I had to strangle the fucker at the door.
Yeah, dude, is he passed out out there?
He's dead.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I get no
Did you stab him with
piece
that
of shit
You,
like
you,
that.
you get patron status now,
Scratty,
dude.
All right,
you are
good.
a hero for the cause of liberty.
Oh man, but hey, Judge Knapp came by. What
Yeah.
do you have to say?
Oh, he was just talking about all the lines of coke and hookers he's banging up on the suite in the 6th floor.
That's great. That's great.
How was your boyfriend?
Oh, he's great. His lips were really nice, soft, luscious.
That's what Judge Knapp said about you.
No,
Dude, Judge Knapp is his boyfriend.
I wish.
I wish.
If Judge Knapp, if you ever want to, go ahead, man.
You're gonna have to censor that. God, there's no way you.
Yeah,
let
please,
that air.
please cut that.
This is gonna probably be a Patreon episode at this point. That sucks, but this went.
Pussy.
This
Publish
went
it.
Well, at least your patrons will be able to appreciate the art I put out there in the world, because only exclusive people, such as your great Patreon supporters, should have access to a great voice like mine, you know? Like, I feel kind of bad when I'm going out here just talking to people.
Yeah,
like, really, I was like, hey, okay, $20 if you want to talk to me for another 10 minutes. Like,
And
that's
then-
what I should be
And then
doing.
if they don't want to pay, you got like a Stephen Hawking keyboard thing.
Yeah, and it's like, well, fuck you. I'm not going to talk with my real voice until you pay me $20. We're Austrians.
This started
we gotta
out-
figure out a way.
I know.
This
dude.
started out so innocent,
Yes.
talking about good people and our favorite lectures, and then, how long has it been? Where's the time? Okay,
About
it's
20
been
minutes.
It's been 20 minutes, and it turned into Judge Napolitano. So
20 minutes and 15 seconds. I gotta go pee.
All right.
So, Cotton,
Yeah.
how did you first discover liberty and libertarianism? I don't think we've talked about this yet.
Well, there's a guy. Were you there when I was talking to
oh,
Dice?
Cotton has a guy too.
Yeah, was there? Were you there when I was talking to Dice?
At the social hour
Outside,
today?
yeah.
Just very briefly.
Well,
very
we,
briefly.
we were talking about a donor that lives around me, and like he went to high school with my dad. He is literally the only person in my real life that like knows about this. Which is why this is going on the Patreon. But he's a donor. He's really tight with Mises Institute, and like he reconnected with my dad. They went to high school, and
Nice.
and like over Facebook, and yeah, he showed me all this stuff, and like the first libertarian thing I ever went to was I went to the Mises Caucus in New Orleans in 2018.
Okay.
So like I met Tom Woods, Bob
Wow.
Murphy, Scott Horton.
Just all at once.
And I didn't know who these people were, but I
Wow.
was listening to them, and I'm like, holy shit. You know? I didn't know who they were, though.
Right.
So that's how you got introduced to those guys? Was literally going to an event where you saw them?
And you know what? The shit. Scott Horton. This was right when Fool's Errand came out. And like he was sitting alone at a table, and I could have gone and talked to him and got like my shit signed, you know? But
You didn't really know what to do?
I didn't know who he was.
Oh.
I thought that stuff smells like stale cranberry candy.
Yeah, I told him to get a Puff Bar.
I'm sorry, bro.
Well, you need to stop being a pussy and get something like that.
Yeah, you got to get the big one that looks like the freaking gun.
That's true, and I can also throw that at people. So. Big clouds, big clouds.
I think I mentioned this to somebody earlier this week. I can't remember who. It might have been you guys. But I heard a story because I follow some like like ABA stuff, and for my law school. And I heard some story about a judge who both the defense and the prosecution filed a complaint against him because he was vaping in the courtroom
That's
during
awesome.
hearings, and like they described it as gurgling, and when he was hitting the vape.
What a legend.
And like he was just like blowing clouds, and both the defense and the prosecution were like, dude, we can't focus because you're fucking blowing clouds in the courtroom.
And the judge is like, "Nah, dude, that was a wax pen."
Motion denied.
He's like, "Nah, dude, that was a wax pen. What you talking about, bro?" All right, so all the Insurrection Inc. hosts are just staring at their phones right now.
Yeah.
Probably Instagram, because they're.
No, I was actually on Twitter.
Oh, okay, you're cool then.
Yeah.
I was on Facebook talking to boomers.
Boomer
Yeah.
Outreach Division
Yeah.
Director Stratty. I mean, that's how Pete Quinones recognized you earlier.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into the conversation.
No, it
I
was
was like,
super-
"Hey, I'm friends with Stratty, right?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I know Stratty."
It was super cool. I was sitting at the table and having lunch, talking to Tho Bishop about football, and I just see Pete right behind him. He throws up a peace sign, and he's like, "What's up?" And he does like that to me. And I was at first I waved hi, but then I was like, "Wait a minute, he's probably not talking to me." He's like, Tom Woods is behind me or something. So I turned right around. I'm like, "Wait a minute," and then I turn right back around. He's like, "No, you." He's like, "Yeah, you. I'm talking to you." I'm like,
That's
"All right,
awesome.
hell." So then I walk right up to him. We start talking, and I said, "Glad you recognize me." He said, "Of course I recognize you. Real great fucking dude."
Yeah, he
So
seems really cool.
We went in and we took the test. Came right out, grabbed a beer, sat right next to him, and drank 3 beers with Pete. So that was
Yeah.
awesome.
He was talking a lot today about Waco
Yeah.
and rules of engagement. If anyone listening hasn't seen it, you got to see it.
Oh, the
And,
Waco
He was
thing?
mad talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, for real.
Pete gets worked up.
He said
in a good way.
He was talking about Chuck Schumer at the hearings after the massacre happened, and he was just like literally like, if I could get away with it, I'd kill that motherfucker for what he said at those hearings, because it was just like shameless,
Yeah.
absolutely shameless what Schumer was saying. I mean, it's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Schumer's a dirty politician. What do you expect?
You can't expect
I mean, I'm
any
not.
better.
Yeah, I mean, holy shit! And like when Tom gave that talk about the coronavirus, like we all knew how fucked up this all was, but he really put into perspective. Like
Yeah.
even there's some media outlets on our side, and they're not even getting the representation of that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like how
No
much.
one puts it better than Tom Wood.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the worst part of it is the moving goalposts.
Oh,
and
yeah.
how like they don't admit, like it's like right when it first came out and they were saying that tons of people were gonna die, and it's like they were assuming wearing masks, they were assuming social distancing. Like in the original projections, they were saying if we act our best, if we wear masks, if we social distance, all these people are gonna die. And so now, then people will say, "Oh, it's all lower because we social distance.
Yeah.
But it's like, you were assuming that in your original models, and now you're just changing it and lying. It's just, it's all bullshit. It's all just a fucking hoax.
But don't forget, guys, you gotta wear masks in public now in Alabama.
Oh, that's
forgot
right.
about that.
Because the coronavirus starts to get deadly at 5 p.m. today.
Oh shit! It's
It
been
wasn't
3
that-
hours. It's been deadly, guys. We might have it.
I know. And I mean, like all that kissing we did earlier.
Yeah, that couldn't
Damn,
have been too
dude.
healthy. We were walking around just kissing all the
I
dudes
know.
at the Mises Institute.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Dude, the Mises Institute has some hot dudes.
has some great
You know?
kissers. You
I
know,
know.
like I was just like, hey,
By,
man.
by kissers, he means dudes.
I was like, hey man. I was like, hey man, great Rothbard book, and he was like, thanks. And I was like, he started talking to me. I was like, yeah, no. and you know, he's just like, wow. And I was like, anytime. And just walked away. You know, it's a beautiful thing about libertarianism. It brings us all together in all kinds of ways.
The girls are all ugly. The guys are cute.
Yeah, guys are awesome. Beautiful, nice looking fellas.
Love
wait,
my
wait,
homies.
there are girls? I didn't even notice.
I mean, I
them.
haven't really been paying attention to them. I think I caught a few, like just side glances and stuff.
I know there's like a female janitor.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
She just walks around all day just looking at shit going,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, she's dope.
All right. Is there anything other than homosexual fantasies that we should talk about? Damn, that's some awkward silence.
Awkward.
Jeez. Am I about to carry-
That's all we want to talk about here.
This is gonna be
What else is there to talk about?
I guess not.
This
Jeez.
is going to be a great episode for the Patreon people.
I
But
guess there isn't anything we want to talk about other than homosexual fantasies.
yeah, I guess we just kind of hopped on. But
All
hey,
right, which-
fuck it, we had fun. I mean,
Which faculty member is the cutest? Other than Judge Knapp. Other than Judge Knapp.
Patrick
Patrick-
Newman.
Patrick
Yeah,
Newman.
Patrick Newman's a little sexy.
Patrick Newman is for
Little
sure the
cutie.
sexiest.
Oh, Klein. What am I,
I was-
saying?
I was-
Peter
oh,
Klein.
Peter
dude.
Klein.
I was about to say that. I still got a thing for Peter Klein. I can't
Yeah.
lie.
If I was gonna let him, I'd let.
So,
Peter.
like y'all are more like otter men than like bears, huh?
Yeah,
Well, I just think-
yeah.
I think-
I like the sleek and clean.
Peter Klein's
Joyzy.
Peter Klein, I don't know. He's just got that George, like he said earlier this week. He's got a George Clooney look to him.
Oh yeah.
But also, like, I think he could, like, you know, breakfast, like, having meals with him would be nice because he could just talk to me about economics and I could learn from him. But if anything ever happened, you know, he's not only a really nice, cool guy, but he's a big fella too. So he
He's
might
like
just-
6'2".
I,
He's
did
gonna
not,
be like
I
200
didn't
pounds.
realize how tall he was
So,
until I met
he's
him
a big
in person.
I feel
He's
like,
huge.
you know, it'd be pretty reassuring if, like, you know, he wraps his arms around me and he's like, hey, it's okay, relax, we'll be fine. You know? So I think I'm going to have to go with Klein.
yeah.
Which is the ugliest? Like, what faculty member would you not let fuck you?
I feel like that's a trap question, but let's see.
DiLorenzo, I love you, man. I just can't see you.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't see myself
that's-
letting you hit it from the back, you know?
Salerno's not all that attractive either.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't see Salerno slurping down on me.
Cotton is just like, dear God.
This is by far the gayest thing I've ever recorded.
Cotton is just like, we
And I
wanted to
share a
have a
podcast with
decent,
Stratton.
a decent little podcast, and now it's just evolved into this.
And our podcast is like 60% serious.
Real talk. If one of them came up and started, like, groping me, though, I'd totally just let it happen. I'd be like, you know what? This is my ticket to come in next year. Go for it. You know, let them violate me.
Yeah, I was about to say, all right, you can write my letter of recommendation
Yeah.
next year. You got that blackmail on him.
yeah.
It's not rape if it's a trade-off.
It's a market
It's
transaction.
not, it's not rape if he doesn't Cosby you.
Yeah.
Who was it? Somebody recently was like, it was Mike Cernovich was talking about. I was listening to it in the New Right. Mike Cernovich said a thing about the Bill Cosby stuff. It's like, women, they don't have sex if they don't want it. Cosby don't, calm down. Cosby,
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Mike.
I don't know about that.
I mean, that's batshit crazy.
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Mike in the New Right is hilarious, though.
That's a great book.
It is.
Yeah.
He's writing another one. Malice is writing another one.
About
yeah,
what?
yeah.
I think it's about the media, but I'm not sure.
I liked the new right. I would suggest it.
Have you
Wasn't there something we were talking earlier in the week about like how Diced wrote a review for the new right and somebody else
Yeah.
else wrote a review for it, and they were like kind of like there was like a little not a kerfuffle, but like there was some differing opinions about the book.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, someone was talking. Maybe it was me and Stratton were talking about it.
Maybe I'm probably not, because the only review I've read was Diced.
Okay.
Yeah, so it probably wasn't me, but that's a great book. So
somebody said that like Malice was like too hard on Rothbard or something, and then
on Ron Paul. I think I said that he's too hard on Ron Paul in that book.
But he like barely mentions Ron Paul.
Yeah, but everything he has to say is negative.
Really?
Pretty much.
But it's like 2 sentences. It's like, I mean, he mentions that thing for the Ron Paul newsletter back in the day where the guy said the L.A. riots stopped because they got their welfare checks.
But that's like not even like.
I was about to say it wasn't that bad when I read it through. It was like it wasn't that bad.
It's like anybody who is rioting, if they just get a bunch of cash, they're gonna stop.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like it doesn't matter
Well,
who it is.
like that.
Yeah, I bet.
Like,
well, and also everyone left Chaz once they got their welfare checks. So.
Yeah, for real.
The cops got there to clear it out, and there was like 8 of them left. Like, okay, we'll leave.
What happened to Katrina? I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's it. Like.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, just.
Did you see? I don't know what you guys think about Steven Crowder.
I mean, he can be funny.
Yeah, I think he's funny. Did you see when he sent one of his guys, Quarter Black Garrett, to the Chaz, and they did a live stream, and he was in the Chaz, like streaming from the Chaz and like walking around, and people recognized him.
Yeah.
And like they were about to get assaulted on like this soccer field. It was really funny.
That seems like a real good way to die.
Yeah, for real. He had some balls to go into the freaking Chaz.
So if you could have done an episode of Dissecting Liberty live from Chaz, would you have done it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I would have done it.
Because nobody knows who I am.
Yeah, for real.
I mean,
We could have just sat down in like an alley and done it. And just,
I feel like
left.
I could get some, good faith credit if I walked in there, told them about my article, and was like, "Hey, I think you're retarded, but I support y'all's fight against the state." I think some people would be like,
Are they really fighting against the state though?
I mean,
Like they're fighting. They're
read
fighting.
my article. Read my article.
They're fighting against the American state, but they're not fighting against statism.
yeah.
Just read my article. There's some good nuances.
Send it to me. And you said you were going to send me something last night, and you didn't. So send me your.
I'll send you my link on my thing on Cotton Report. All my articles aren't on there, but
Yeah, do it right now.
Okay.
Because I want to read your stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we got a new one coming out at
Tomorrow.
some point, maybe.
I'm about to text that guy.
Stratty and I made a pact last night that when Stratty runs for office, I'm going to be his chief of staff. So this is happening.
Damn right. And Cotton's gonna be the guy who writes my newsletters, so don't do a Stratty Davis newsletters controversy on me.
He once said he prefers Pepsi over Coke.
All right.
Man, the issue is I'm so tired.
Yeah. And I'm kind of just keep thinking I want to go hang out right
Yeah.
now with those guys. So I'm cool still recording though, but I just don't know what else we're gonna talk about, like forced.
Let's record a little bit longer.
Okay.
So how did you get into all this?
Me?
Yeah.
So I was a conservative from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
My family were all conservative Republicans, and so I always had like a streak of liberty in me. Free speech, Constitution, all that stuff. But then I went to college, and I was still a conservative, and I listened to a lot of Glenn Beck when I was a freshman, and he at the time was like, he kind of changed my perspective on things because he was always like criticizing Republicans and talking about how the wars are bullshit. Yeah. And so, Beck definitely has a libertarian streak in him as well. And so that definitely changed my perspective. It's like, it's not Republicans versus Democrats. It's like, it's about principle. You know what I mean? So that's like an important thing that Beck taught me. And then after my first year of college, I read Atlas Shrugged, and Ayn Rand convinced me of radical capitalism. And that's when I really started to get into philosophy and other kind of stuff. And then from there, because I read Atlas Shrugged, I was introduced to Stefan Molyneux, And Stefan Molyneux got me much more into philosophy, and he was the one who convinced me of anarcho-capitalism. And then from Stefan Molyneux, I discovered the Mises Institute. And from there, I just started studying them and everybody there, and I was sold. So that's kind of my arc of liberty.
Do you know about the Noogaloo?
The Noogaloo? No, I haven't.
You know about the Boogaloo?
I know about the Boogaloo
So
for sure.
the
My cousin's a boog boy.
Oh, the Noogaloo is the term people use for when Stefan Molyneux uses the N-word on Twitter.
Oh,
Has he said that?
has he really?
No, not yet. It's a prediction.
But people are like, the Noogaloo's coming,
I
think he's
He
off
got
Twitter
banned.
now.
Yeah.
I
He
know
got banned off Twitter.
I know he got kicked off of YouTube.
He got kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah, he's banned from Twitter now as of like this week. Yeah.
Okay. I
So
had
the new glue has been canceled until further notice.
Damn, that sucks.
I mean, I don't think he would ever do that. I mean,
He
anybody
says some crazy shit on
He's-
Twitter.
like
Eggs, boy. Where them eggs at?
He said that?
No, but he's like, poor Taylor Swift. All her eggs are gonna drown.
Oh,
right,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I understand why people get pissed off about Stefan. Like, I understand why people don't like him, but just for me, it's just kind of like, I don't know. Still to this day, he'll always say that like he's not a racist. Like, whatever race you are doesn't violate the NAP, and he's like always been like very explicit about it. So I think that there's just a lot of people who they'll listen to one thing he has to say without the broader context of his entire work, and they'll just like put this label on him. And like, I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying that I agree with everything he's said, but I think he does get a lot of bullshit that he doesn't deserve.
I think he's
And
racist.
I mean-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you think he is?
No. I think he's racist. Like Charles Murray, is that his name, that wrote the Bell Curve?
Right.
Yeah.
Or no, I forget his name. Stratty has the Bell Curve in here somewhere.
Yeah, Stratton found the bell curve for
Charles Murray,
$2.
Charles
Murray?
Murray wrote the Bell Curve with Herrnstein.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
But like, I think Stefan's a racist. Like, he's a racist, meaning not a racist.
Right.
But the media can't see any nuance.
Right.
And I say that with not knowing the nuance of
right.
Stefan's argument. Although I do know, I heard about the Bell Curve from Stefan.
Right. Well, I mean, the Bell Curve. It's like you have to understand that Herrnstein was one of the most respected guys in his field, and Herrnstein died right before the Bell Curve was published. So Charles Murray had all of this thrown into his lap.
And Charles Murray isn't a psychologist.
No,
he's a journalist.
Exactly. So it's like, so Murray and Herrnstein wrote it together, and Herrnstein died. So Charles Murray had to like carry all of this weight that I don't want to talk bad about him, but like he kind of wasn't qualified to carry because Herrnstein did so much of that work.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, Murray wasn't like able to like explain it in the way that Herrnstein probably would have been able to. And also it's just like, it's just like data is data. And it's just kind of like, whatever the reasons, whatever the things, it's just kind of like if there are IQ differences between people or whatever, it's just like if that's a fact, it's a fact and it's sad, but you got to handle it, and it doesn't violate the NAP. It's not unlibertarian. It's just kind of like saying that like women are shorter than men.
Yeah.
It's like it's not sexist to say that women are shorter than men and that women like the average woman can't compete against LeBron James in the NBA. It's like to say that that's sexist is just retarded. So, it's just like people can't find any of the nuances in these arguments, and it's just kind of sad. When I was in college, Charles Murray came to give a talk.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And he got shouted down. People rushed the stage. They shut off the lights, and they had like a flashlight, and they had a cutout over the flashlight that said "white supremacist," and they were flashing it behind him. This Asian girl comes up, and she like literally like grabs the mic, like she like assaulted him and took the mic from him and said, so because I'm a woman and a minority. Like, I'm sure that everybody here would rather hear what I have to say than this old white male. And I'm just like, can you not understand what you're saying right now? Like, you're saying that this guy does not deserve to be heard because he's an old white male. But you deserve to be heard because you're a young female Asian. It's like
Well-
it's all projection.
Yeah.
It's like because you're so racist, but you don't want to believe you're racist. Everybody else has to be racist so you can justify your racist beliefs. It's
Yeah.
just sick. It's just like it's this twisted psychology that's
The highest form of projection.
So,
Yeah,
but,
it's
but
just-
guys, thank God we have Candace Owens to show us that like a young black woman can be a principled,
Whatever the hell she calls herself.
trad con, like us, Yeah, like the best we ever got at my school was Turning Point. Had a thing, and there was Charlie Kirk came, and Candace Owens was there, and they sucked, and Dave Rubin was there, of course, because he's a shill.
You think Dave Rubin's a shill?
I do.
I think so too.
He calls himself a libertarian, but he doesn't know anything about libertarianism.
Well,
like, I think he's closer to like a classical conservative.
Yeah, I've only ever heard him describe himself as a classical liberal. I don't think I've ever heard him
I've heard him say
classify himself as a libertarian.
I've heard him say he's libertarian every once in a while,
Yeah.
but
If he says he's a libertarian, he doesn't understand.
he's
it.
not
He's
even as
Cato Institute libertarian.
well. He's not even as libertarian
I
as
don't-
like Milton
yeah.
Friedman or something like that.
Yeah, definitely not.
And he's but
Yeah, we hate. Disregard the first 30 minutes of this episode. Stupid. Yeah. Stratty just walked back in the room.
but like
Did you get done whacking it in the bathroom?
Yeah.
when when Turning Point came, like some black girls like with shaved heads and wearing all black
Really?
got up on stage. And we're like, fight the occupation! Fight the occupation! And like they had to be escorted out by a cop. It was
For real?
hilarious. And the Turning Point people love it.
Really?
Oh
They love triggering people, and I mean, it's
Well, because,
it's,
like,
Get
it's
some more
media.
attention.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
I was,
get
it's
views,
media
yeah.
attention.
And it wouldn't surprise me if like after the show, like they're smoking a cigarette with the actor they hired to
Oh.
get up on stage.
Oh,
Have
you
you
think
not-
it's all,
it
you think
wouldn't
it's
surprise
staged?
Yeah, did you not see the one with like Charlie Kirk where the guy who's an obvious fucking actor, he like walks up and is like, so like socialism, and it's so dumb. Like you can tell the dude's an actor. You know what gave it away though? Like it had to have given it away to everyone, even if you can't tell what bad acting is. Guess what the guy, supposed socialist, said at the end when Charlie Kirk got done explaining all these ideas to him? Guess what he said?
What?
I got owned.
Oh my.
Yeah, something like
right,
that.
right.
So fake. Oh my gosh.
I never thought about this until just now. Like Ben Shapiro, Turning Point, all those people are probably fake.
Oh yeah.
Like hiring people. I never.
Like the Ben Shapiro when he's up on stage and that girl.
That's because Ben
sex and
Shapiro
gender.
makes money off of
Yeah.
having like a 30-part series of Ben Shapiro owns college liberal on YouTube.
Thing he did when like he was at a school and the student went like, where does it say that in Boy Scouts girls can't be in Boy Scouts?
Yeah, come on now.
And he's like,
It's in
the
title.
name Boy Scouts.
It's in the name. Boy Scouts.
that was pretty funny.
That was funny. I'm not saying they can't be entertaining every once in a while,
No,
but
for
like
sure.
they're just overall kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Apparently Ron Paul came to my school back when he was running
Oh,
in 07.
Hell yeah.
nice.
Like
Yeah.
Block talks about it because he was there and he was asking people, are there any free market professors here?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, no, because he talks about it.
Yeah.
He mentioned it. Oh, y'all didn't see the Block
Yeah,
lecture?
when
No,
Cotton and
yeah.
I were in there, Walter Block was talking about asking like if there were any free market professors at LSU, and everyone was like no. So he's talking about how many there are close to him. He said at Loyola, where he is, Loyola New Orleans, there are a bunch of them apparently.
Wow. So like,
Yeah.
what are the economics professors like there?
I have no clue. I've never been in the economics department. The only economics teacher I've talked to before coming here is literally Walter Block.
Wow.
Like talk to in person. Like
Really?
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I took a law and economics class at my law school, and the professor worked at what's the other university? Tulane.
Mm-hmm.
He worked at Tulane, and he knew who Walter Block was just because they were both in New Orleans. Tulane's in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, he was like talking shit and just like being a dick. It was just like it's fucking bullshit. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, what kind of stuff did you say about him?
Well, he didn't really talk shit about Walter in particular, but just I mean, the whole course was just, the same old tripe, Pigovian and Chicago School, and
Yeah.
we talked about public choice, which was cool. And I definitely have some respect for the public choice school. But then he'd talk about
Although Walter Block co-authored a book criticizing that too.
Right. Oh yeah.
His man's written so much.
Walter Block's gonna write a book about how horrible puppies are. You know what I mean? He's like, puppies violate the nap.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, y'all ready to wrap up?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
about so.
It's
We
been
got
a good one.
Yeah.
Gone on for a little over 45 minutes. I don't know how much more we can stretch out of this one. So
Can we make plugs?
Yeah, there are gonna be 5 people listening to this, and my co-hosts. But-
Okay, all 5 of you, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to just get these out there. I do take my writing very seriously. Please check out all my articles on the Cotton Report.
I don't take Stratty's writing very seriously. I haven't read any of them, so
Fuck
if y'all
you,
will do
dude.
it for me, that would be great.
Please, whatever. Hit me up. Talk to me. I love meeting all you Liberty folk. Stratty D on Twitter. Stratty Shrugged on Instagram. That's about it.
And also, Stratty and I are going to start a new podcast
Oh yeah,
coming up soon about libertarian and with a focus on law.
yeah.
So-
I haven't told
For
Porter.
real?
I haven't told Porter about this. He looks very mad at me right now.
I'm not mad. I
He's
just was surprised.
very
Okay.
angry.
I
We were
think-
talking about this last night, and we're like, we're going to focus on law in particular.
I think
I'm
y'all
gonna
might
say
have
that
told
you're
me
not allowed
but
to-
I had a lot to drink last night.
Yeah, you're
so-
good.
You're not
So-
allowed to advertise it on Insurrection Inc., which is our podcast that all 5 of you should go listen to.
Yeah.
Although we're going to kick Stratty off it soon.
Yeah, they're signing a petition, 100 to get me kicked off. Which I need to share it on Facebook so I can get
But-
people to sign it. Yeah.
But obviously, I'm the most entertaining one anyway, so you're not really missing out on anything. Go listen to Insurrection Inc.
Yeah, he's gonna start the Christian Conservative Communist podcast. It's gonna be awesome.
At Mind Your Excuses on Twitter and Instagram. No underscores in the Twitter one, but underscores in the Instagram one. Just because, I don't know. That's about all I got. I wrote 1 article that got reposted on the Cotton Report. I might work on some more. I don't know. I don't take my writings nearly as seriously as Stratty takes his. So, yeah, that's all I got.
You got anything, David?
Just listen to the new podcast with me and Stratty, and hopefully I'll be able to get on the full Dissecting Liberty.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about my new paper.
We might let you on Insurrection Inc. one day. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't like the guy. I don't want
We got
him
to
on.
talk about it with the
Insurrection
upper
Inc.'s a
committee.
lot like this.
Yeah.
Or at least the one I was on.
But just this has been fun. Thanks for having me on, guys. Just so glad to meet you, and anybody listening, go to Mises U. It's an amazing experience.
Oh, yeah.
Would suggest.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for listening.